Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we'll have a look at Canoe. We'll go through the stocks. We'll do a price analysis of the stock. But the most important to discuss today is that Canoe actually attended the Goodwood Festival of Speed. And this is a huge motorsport festival in the UK, and it gets companies a lot of attention, especially Arrival. Arrival being at Goodwood was fundamentally important because they just had the European certification for their vans. And I believe a month ago or 2 months ago, they had the certification confirmation for their buses. So seeing the Arrival van at Goodwood was really impressive. Seeing people such as Jamie Chadwick posing with the Arrival van, this was quite impressive, quite important, and really good to see. So naturally, the next step for Arrival is production. Production starts in Q3 of this year, which is next month. I believe July, August, and September. That's when we start production for the Arrival van and for the Arrival bus. Both vehicles now have European certification, so that's a big step. But just for a moment, let's try to understand what exactly did Arrival do at Goodwood Festival of Speed. Well, for one, we can see the Arrival bus in full matte black, which is really cool. I don't believe I've seen this vehicle in full matte black before, probably in renders, but certainly not in like real life images. Unfortunately, I did not get to attend Goodwood, so I couldn't report on this in person. I couldn't take videos of this. I really do apologize. But that was mostly my problem. That was my fault. But I can promise you, next year, Goodwood Festival, I am there. Not just to support Goodwood, but I also want to support companies like Polestar and other electric companies that would be attending the festival as well. This might give me an opportunity to meet people who are high up in the company and introduce myself and tell them what I do with my business. Did I majority talk about companies like Arrival and Polestar? That's really important. Now, that's not just the only thing, but the Arrival van is racking up mileage on public roads in Oxfordshire, UK, and this van is in full camo mode. That's not just the only thing, but obviously this van naturally kind of looks a little bit different from the van that we get at Goodwood Festival of Speed. Look at the headlights. You can see two headlights on the left, two headlights on the right. However, the van that's on UK roads, it's a little bit different. As you can see, it's just one headlight on the left, one on the right with individual units inside. But it looks a little bit different. We don't fully understand if this is a prototype or if it's a different version of the same van. Other than that, it looks pretty similar. But it's good to know that Arrival is testing their vans on UK roads. This isn't the first instance we've seen this, but it's good to see that they're also testing this van in camo mode. And I don't live too far from Oxfordshire, so that's actually quite exciting to know that Arrival is doing things close by to my city. And hopefully they will build a factory close to my city or inside of my city at one point. I would love to see a Arrival microfactory in Bristol or somewhere in the southwest where I live. It'd be brilliant, but what are the latest news on Arrival? Well, for one, like I said, the Arrival van achieves EU certification milestone. And the bus achieved EU certification last month in May, which was really good. Apart from that, Enel X, an Arrival partner to launch bus trials in Italy. I actually made a video on this, so that was pretty good. And there's some other news from mostly last year. This year, Arrival don't have a lot of news, but I have a feeling that now that we are in the production stage of the Arrival vehicles, we're going to get a lot more news and a lot more headlines. And naturally, after Arrival continues to produce buses and vans, the next natural trajectory is to start building the ride-hailing car with Uber. So this is in partnership with Uber, and that's a trajectory. That's the milestone. It's achieving certification with the buses and vans so we can get those out on road as soon as possible. But once we have production rolling with buses and vans, the next step is getting the Arrival car certified so this car can be built in the UK and in Europe and be sold in Europe, which is quite exciting. This is an extremely exciting project, especially for Arrival. I cannot express the importance of this project. So Arrival isn't just a company that's building buses and vans. They're also building vehicles, cars, for ride-hailing purposes, so for self-driving purposes in the future as well. And one of the things I love most about the Arrival company is that they focus on level of detail is extremely done well. Their focus on detail. Also, this car is like, it's really big. It's really high. It doesn't look like a big vehicle, but it's actually a really big vehicle. It's made to have a lot of space for people. This car was built with taxi drivers in mind. This car was built with the partnership of taxi drivers' opinion and what they needed to do their jobs. Not just any taxi drivers, but Uber taxi drivers. Now, right now, the Arrival share is at a record low, $1.72. That's incredibly cheap, which is really good for a lot of people. In the last month, it's actually been quite a lot lower as well at $1.30. Really incredible stuff to see that Arrival is just extremely cheap at the moment. This is despite the fact that this company has plenty of potential and it's not being seen at the moment. It's not being excelled at the moment, but give it time. I'm sure Arrival will be performing quite well, especially now that we're starting production. That's the big thing. Next 3 months, we are starting production. That's what matters most. But there's a lot of people who got to buy the share when it was around $1.30. So that was brilliant for those people, really, really brilliant and excellent for them to buy at such a low price and a great time. And just look at the value of this company sitting at 1 billion. People buying shares right now. Imagine when this market cap turns into 10 billion. That's a 10x in your return on investment. Once again, this video is not financial advice, but I'm just giving you public information. Arrival will be worth 10 to 20 billion in the near future, in the next few years, that's for sure. I'm glad to see that Arrival was attending the Goodwood Festival of Speed. That was brilliant. Next year, I really do hope to attend, and next year, hopefully next year, there's more than just the Arrival vans, but other vehicles, including the Arrival ride-hailing car or a bus. Wouldn't that be something if Arrival brought a bus to Goodwood? I don't think they will, but hopefully we'll see more vehicles from Arrival. Well, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to see more, and I will see you in my next video.